From your All right, welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the FortcastZA episode number 7, and it is another team edition. And this time around, it is with Bravado Gaming. If you missed last week's episode, it was with ATK going down the alphabet. But welcome to today's episode with Bravado Gaming. And before we go into things, firstly, a very huge congratulations to Neymar that is in stream with us today. He has joined Bravado Gaming. If you've been living underneath a rock, then I think you should probably get yourself out there. But Neymar, welcome to the first time to the FortcastZA. He actually went out and bought a webcam just for this. So I really appreciate you doing that and getting yourself on here. And again, congratulations on winning Bravado, one of the best organizations, I would say, in South Africa. And yeah, it's great guys with it. You've got Zozu and Kareem. Tristan, Jesse, Kareem, you guys, welcome back to the Fortcast. It's your second time around here. Hopefully it goes better than the first time, as it was a flop last time. But no, I'm only kidding with you guys. But how's your weekend been? You guys have been at Rage. I think Kareem, Neymar, have you been to Rage, Neymar?
No, I wasn't there, Dallas.
Okay, well, Kareem, Tristan, how was Rage? Tell me more about it.
Kareem, you go first, dude.
Rage was super dope, bro. Like, there's so many people that you don't even know who you are, but they low-key know who you are, and that's just amazing. It was an amazing experience.
Yeah, for you and for Tristan, it was the first time that you guys had like a huge crowd there and autograph signing and like a line waiting for you guys there. How different is it to last year where you went to Rage and you weren't part of really anything?
I think it's a really different feeling. I mean, I've gone to Rage for like 8 or 9 years in a row, and I've always just gone just to see the expo and stuff. And going with a team like Bravado, it was just, I don't know, I've gone many times and seen things like that happening, and it's just something that you walk past and you're like, wow, imagine being those guys. And then actually standing on the stage and like having people appreciate you like for being in Bravado, that's like, it's a cool feeling. It's a really cool.
No, it's great. And Comic-Con, did you guys go to Comic-Con at all?
Yeah, I went one of the days, but there wasn't really much like Bravado stuff happening, so I just went there casually. But I don't know, I preferred last year's Comic-Con.
Yeah, well, I haven't been to this one, so I can't say too much. But last year's Comic-Con was insane. I loved it. There was, but the thing with last year's Comic-Con, there was more games, so more tournaments, more competitive gaming going on. And this year they mainly focused.
The stage felt a bit more important, like last year. Like it was a little bit more important than it was. I don't know.
All right, so let's then get into the topics. And the first topic that I always start off with this new edition of the Fortcast is you telling me who you are today. Tell me, if I say Tristan, who are you on this moment, at this moment, today, who are you?
I am, my biggest role right now is captain of Bravado. I love looking after my boys. I love growing Bravado. I love competing for Bravado. And just trying to better my career as a Fortnite player and bettering their careers as well as esports players and spreading the name of Bravado, basically.
Great. Jesse, and for you?
I'm a competitive player for Bravado. I represent an organization, and that is what I wanted to do for a long time. Now that I'm in this position, I have to keep winning, keep going at it, and keeping at the top of my...
Yeah, basically what it is. Keep grinding. Kareem, and for you?
I'm also a competitive player for Bravado. Just out here to represent, trying to stay consistent, trying to do well in tournaments, trying to represent them well. And trying to hold that youngest player ever to be signed by Bravado tag closely.
Yeah, and 9 years old and the squeaker of the community.
8.5.
Okay, so around there. Okay, so all right, Neymar. And I didn't actually know this, but Neymar's actual name is Adam. I don't know. No one in the community probably calls him Adam, but Zozu over there. But Neymar and you, who are you today at this point?
Just like Kareem said, I'm a competitive player for Bravado Gaming. I like to represent them, and I want to make myself known in the community, or say like in the esports world, you can say like that.
Are you still at school?
Yes, I am.
And you matric right now?
I'm gonna matriculate next year.
Oh, you're matriculating only next year. So you got a lot to juggle next year. Matric.
Yep, true.
Gaming, love life. Because when the love life hits, It gets difficult, very difficult. All right, but we're gonna move along. Um, the question then to all of you guys is, why did you guys pick Fortnite as your competitive game? And who not? Wait. Oh, I'm a question. I'm Afrikaans, okay? Bear with me. The question was, why did you guys pick Fortnite as your competitive game, and why not a game that already had a scene going? Because it's obviously it's way easier to walk into CS:GO, we'll take it, and there's already a scene established. Why walk into one that you actually like putting yourself on the line, saying, if this doesn't work out, I'm screwed? Why Fortnite? You guys can take
I
that
think
between you guys.
I think Fortnite was a game that everyone was enjoying at the time, and there was a lot of money invested in the first 3 months, and then everything just started going, and they started announcing World Cup, 100 mil, and people started investing their time into competitive. And I think that's been customs started being a thing, and you go in a private, everyone would search a solo game and get in a private game all together at once. I remember Atlantis Customs did that. And then you'll try and get like 60 EU players that are like tryhards just scrimming it out, and then you eventually only get a 40-man end game. So I say that's probably where it started.
Yeah, Tristan, for you what started when, season 1, or when did you start?
Yeah, season
I'll
one.
say
So
as
so
well.
so
Yeah.
all the back in the like really long ago, when there
Mhm.
wasn't a scene, what did you guys do? Because it was quite small back then.
Well, I mean, when I was like jumping from game to game, I would get into the competitive side of each game, like ranking up to gold, diamond, or whatever it was in each game. But I'd never really gotten heavy into a South African scene with any of the games before. And I was actually just playing Fortnite because I loved it. Like there was no particular reason. It was just the game that I really loved playing. And then that's what inspired me to start streaming. And then I found Hutch, and then that was kind of where I got opened up to the world of the South African community. And I saw so much potential in the players and the people and stuff in Fortnite that I just knew that there was a community to be built here. So it all kind of just happened.
And then for you,
Yeah.
Neymar, was this an easy decision just to do Fortnite?
Not at all. I literally just got in Fortnite with like a few friends or whatnot. I was playing a different game called Tom Clancy's The Division,
Oh
and I
yeah.
suddenly started playing Fortnite more and more. And then I met Clouds, and you can say Clouds introduced me into competitive, something like that.
All right, and then for you, Kareem, wasn't there a different game?
Uh,
I know Subway Surfer was your thing, and but is why Fortnite?
I used to play Destiny. Ew, I had a shit ton of time into that game. And then
Yeah.
Destiny 2 came out, Fortnite came out. I tried Fortnite because it was free and it was kind of fun, but then I was still playing Destiny 2 a shitload. And then I just decided to play Fortnite casually, and I was done with like gaming as a whole, like properly. Then I saw this ad on my phone for an ACGL tournament, like they do these online tournaments.
Yeah.
Started playing them, and then I discovered there could be like a competitive scene in South Africa, and then that started everything.
All right, Jesse, just to come back to you on that question is, we all know in what position you are at the moment. You on the plus where the internet isn't that good. How big of a risk was it to actually step into the scene of Fortnite?
I think it's a risk everyone takes. I think a lot of people have really bad internet, and I think a lot of people take that chance to be successful. I think it's about how you treat it. I think if you want to make money out of it and you want to make it a profession, you can't just treat it like a normal game you would play. You got to take it a bit more serious. You got to pay attention to like small, specific things that happen in the game that can change your game. I think
Yeah.
like the new what you call this jump that you can do with the pyramid and ramp. It's changed my
Yeah.
game. My
Yeah.
game's a lot faster now, so I can adapt a lot quicker in fights.
Yeah.
I would normally be a lot slower. So yeah, I would just say like keep adapting, keep learning the meta, keep playing the game. You can
Indeed.
only keep trying.
Indeed. So, and this question then to follow is for Zozu, and the whole picture of Bravado is, what was the process? Zozu, Bravado had a LAN themselves that they hosted, where a lot of players, including yourself, played at, and most of your teammates as well that you have now. What was the process of getting BVD into the scene, and BVD approaching you, saying, "Listen, here, we see what you have done. You're doing quite well, and we look at you as the father figure when it goes to Fortnite." What was this whole process with Bravado going back even before the Bravado LAN?
Well, I mean, the moment that they approached me to be captain, I knew that like my job, first and foremost, was to create a team that 100% compete for the number one spot as the best Fortnite team in South Africa. So
Yeah.
instantly I ran and I was looking. I mean, like having spent so much time in the community before that, I had a good a good group of players that I could pick from and play with and see how they could be for Bravado. And it was just a matter of I wanted to put people on the team that really loved esports for esports, and they were in it for the right reasons, and they just had the ability to be number one and to be able to take Bravado overseas like they've done in the past. So it was just I just wanted to keep the legacy of exactly what Bravado have done in all their previous titles in Fortnite.
Yeah, so basically it was a no-brainer when they said, listen, yeah, you are that guy, we need you. And then and how easy is it? Because a lot of people think it's difficult, but if you have the people behind you backing you, how easy is it then to actually approach someone and say, listen, yeah, you doing, oh, with Neymar, you're doing so well, let's get you on board in the team. And how easy is that actually if you've got the support behind you?
I mean, with a name like Bravado, it speaks for itself. It doesn't even have to have anything to do with me or the other players in the team. Bravado itself, once you join, that they are just out to better you. Everyone knows that Bravado creates champions, and I think that vision itself, it makes it easier for me.
And we all obviously love the avos. I like eating them, so that's why I'm probably so
that
dick.
too.
So dick. But again,
fatty acids and all that.
Another, and that we have brought CS up. I also want to actually not announce, but say a congratulations to Detrony with Goliath. He played with Goliath at the CS, and they got second at the Metal State Masters. So congrats to him as well. I don't know if he's going to hear this, but just congratulations to him. Another, obviously, the brother of Andreas, a huge influence in the Bravado scene.
One of the biggest inspirations, I think, for all of us.
Indeed,
especially, especially as players.
Then a question, Kareem, you and Neymar can maybe jump up on this. Now that Fortnite has shocked us to go from trios to squads, how difficult is it for an organization that you guys now represent to now get a fourth again, maybe disrupting other people's teams? Because obviously Bravado is one of the top orgs, and they obviously have a lot of power to pull maybe someone over to come play with them. But then the smaller orgs or the clans that they call themselves have a disadvantage because they're going to be losing players. So how difficult is it going to be just reforming from trios to squad?
Neymar, you can go first.
You go first.
No.
No, it's okay. Kareem, I'll put you on the spot. Go.
Okay, so there's a lot of factors, but it's not as difficult as people think, to be honest. You just have to find people you have chemistry with, and for the most part, they're not gonna be in like a big org, so it's not gonna like influence anything. But finding that right team shouldn't be as difficult as people make it out to be.
Do you agree with that, Neymar? Do you think it's not okay in your position? Yes, it's maybe easier because you're in Bravado and you can pull those players, but for the guys down at the bottom in the clans or not that big of an org, how difficult is it for them to then make maybe a squad?
I feel like, just like you said, like with the Bravado situation, since we have a big name or whatnot, that we can bring players in, etc. But for me personally, I think maybe there won't even be a lot of squads who will have full teams that I think of, because people won't even gel sometimes or whatnot. But it is what it is, you have to find your squad. Just like Kareem said, it might be hard, might not be. Same thing for me, I guess.
All right. And then Neymar, we've mentioned you now joining Bravado recently. I just want to give a history. I want you to give me a history lesson of the way you made yourself all the way into Bravado. So starting off with Fortnite, and how did you get into the scene, and how's your placements been, and what was the grind like to be where you are now? Because it doesn't come easy.
Very true, Dallas. Firstly, let's start off. I started playing with Clouds. My first ever tournament was, I think we added like a duo tournament and we came third in that. I think. And then I think where I started taking off, you can say, is after the Mega Gaming LAN. It was.
Yeah.
I came first in that, and then just even before that, I think. Oh no, after. Sorry, the duo tournaments that took place, the Z Day, the Ace Gaming. I placed high in those with Scully.
Mm.
I just think placements. If you place well in tournaments with consistency, consistent placements, I think you can get into a big organization. I feel like, but also, don't be toxic. I think that plays a big factor as well.
Yeah, like the big thing when people approach me saying, yo, this is me, I would like to represent Energy Esports, or let's just say Bravado, then that first question is, are you toxic? Are you being a dick to people on social media? And can you keep things clean, your social media clean and whatnot? But was it? I'm actually gonna shoot myself in the foot here. But how was it easy for you to say, okay, Bravado is the home I need, or the home I want?
I mean, I got a lot of offers, you can say, but from the start, as soon as Bravado offered me, I was already leaning towards the Bravado. Just like how Zozu said, Bravado speaks for themselves. They build champions, etc., etc. But as soon as Bravado approached me, I was already on that
You were sold.
train again. Yeah.
100%. And then for you, Kareem, on a totally different topic, you've been
Yes.
in Bravado for quite a while now, and it is sometimes we always say it is difficult to get into the organization, but it is even more difficult to keep placing, keep grinding, keep staying at number one. How difficult is it for you? Because you are the highest earner in Fortnite ZA. We're pocketing what about close to 100k could be now.
Yeah,
So
maybe.
so how difficult is it for you to keep consistently placing? Because outside of first, you see that as an L. So how difficult is it for you, and how do you keep maybe getting up at first place? Or now that I think you've got second at was it the Mega Gaming with the
Yeah.
duos? So
In
yeah,
my
just tell
past,
me
yeah.
through what's the grind.
Yeah, so in my past two lands, I got second twice. Both really frustrating going into the last game first, I think. But I feel like there's not as much pressure now, and that's a really good thing because there was a lot of weight on my shoulders before, because Neymar was kind of seen as competition, and he was outplacing me in a shitload of stuff. But now it's not as bad, and I don't know, bro. It's the weight the weight's like gone, but I still want to work hard. I still want to stay,
So you,
decent.
you you do still see it as if you're placing second, it's not good enough.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I get very mad. Coming second, I can never accept it. Like immediately when I get home, I want to play for like 12 hours just to improve one mechanic.
Exactly. Imagine getting beaten by Knight. Kareem,
Yeah,
like your my favorite person to hear laugh is beating you.
he's my favorite person to yell after, dude. So
And,
we good on that one.
I definitely love that guy, but yeah, it is difficult to get into organization, but to keep that consistency is crazy. Just tell me with the amount of hours that you put in game. Remember, like I said in the previous podcast, you guys have probably the scene that changes the most. Every single week, there's a change in meta, in whatever it can be, with a fucking change into an object, I don't know, mid game and shit like that. So for you, what's the hours? What is the changes that you have to make? Because yes, you still have school to go to as well that you mentioned, and then you said I'm not really looking forward to school.
Yeah, bro. School's always gonna be there, but if you really want to be dedicated, you need to prioritize things. Do your homework, study, but also make sure you have enough time to grind. And you shouldn't be slacking. It's not that bad.
Yeah, no, it isn't. And for majority of the younger audience, and I think Fortnite probably has that younger audience. I think I've read a average age of 17 or 16 around there. So it is quite a young a scene.
Yeah.
Then to you, Bean, the last 2 months was quite travel hectic for you. You were up and down
Yeah.
from home, finding the best place to stream, competitive grind, and stay the best that you can be. We all said that you're one of the best players in the community currently. So how for you? Just run me past the last 2 months and what you have to do to stay at the top of your game.
So obviously, I want to do this full time, and in South Africa, it's one of the hardest things to do it, to game and obviously compete and keep streaming maybe. Um, but I see an opportunity has come. I saw what happened to Grant Hines the past week. He had a
Oh yes, yeah,
partnership
he
with Blizzard.
boomed.
Yeah, so he brought a whole new audience to the Fortnite, or not just Fortnite, to ZA esports in general. So I think any one of us in the community, if they put the time in 6 months, 9 months, you market yourself well, you respect the people around you in your working environment. I think if I can keep doing that from that first month, I would hope to do that full time, then eventually go overseas.
So is that your next step? Because
Yeah,
that's a massive step.
Yeah, I'm basically moving out of the house, possibly.
So are you looking then to find a place in Johannesburg to stay, internet actually, the question what I want to ask you is, Bravado has a gaming house that I'm aware of. Is that maybe something that you're looking at?
Well, I can't really say what's going to be inside it yet. It's not a house, I can tell you that.
Yeah,
But one thing I can tell you, it will give opportunity not only to me as a Bravado player, it's going to be to others that are going to be in Bravado that's going to give opportunities to. So I can't really say what it is. That's something that everyone's going to have to find out.
Yeah.
But it's an opportunity not only for me, but for other people to maybe inspire them to be in that position, to be in my position, to maybe be where I am, so that they can achieve the great things that maybe I've achieved. I've still got a long way to go where I want to go.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of people that want to achieve certain things. And I think to get there, it's got to take a lot of time. And you got to be dedicated to put in that time.
Indeed, so 100% well said. Then Zozu, we need to get down to business with you. Where the hell has your streams been? Where has it been? Like, obviously, I think you're one of the top guys in the community with streams, and it's always fun watching you with your Simba fucking Lion King thing, announcement thing. So, where's the streams been? Is there a reason that they're not so popular at the moment? Run me through what's going on.
Well, most of it started with a lot of PC problems, and then obviously getting out of touch with it. It kind of, I saw a lot of things that were holding me back competitively when I streamed. Like, it just, a lot of stuff was clashing. Personal life kind of got a little hectic at times. I'm slowly getting to a point where I know what kind of content I want to put out, because I kind of want to change the way that I was putting stuff out before. I don't want to go back to what I was doing. I want to progress somehow, and I'm just trying to find that balance, trying to find what can work for me. I want to put out the best stuff that I possibly can, so, and whatever's going to be best on my time and stuff, because a lot of it was straining on my mental health. So
yeah,
a lot of it, that was probably the main reason. That and the PC problems. But we're getting back on track, and I can promise that it will come back soon.
So for you, I think last time I saw Hutch switch off streams to play competitive or concentrate more on that.
Yeah.
Is that something that you're also maybe looking for, maybe switching off the stream when it's a competitive game, or it doesn't bother you too much?
It depends. Like, I understand definitely all the frustrations that come with it, and it's not even it's not even about the stream sniping, all of that. That can get annoying, but that won't happen as often as just not being able to concentrate on the game itself, on you improving on like micro mistakes that you make throughout the game. You can't really concentrate on that because you're constantly conscious of the stream and what's going on in the stream, and somehow trying to change your gameplay even to sort of entertain the stream. Because like sometimes in Fortnite, you got to sit there for 5 minutes and do absolutely sweet bugger all because you have an amazing position, and if you move, you could die. So
yeah, exactly.
And I hate doing that to the stream, so I would play more aggressive, and I wasn't able to reflect on my mistakes than if I was playing off stream. That was the biggest thing. And
then for Neymar, for you, my question is always to you. You have a beast of a PC. You have that beautiful i9. You're getting 300 FPS in game. You have the perfect rig to stream? What's holding you back at this point?
There's a few things. I think first thing is that I'm not sure if it's just for me, but I feel like I get so much input delay, and I never play the best on stream. Like that's just how it is. Second of all, my Wi-Fi is good, but when I stream, of course I can stream perfectly, but my family and everyone, they can't connect, and I'll feel bad if they can't connect. You know what I mean? Because my
Yeah.
brother would be playing, and then he'd disconnect just because I'm streaming. So when I stream when no one's at home, or let's say they're sleeping, which is late. But
Yeah.
otherwise, yeah, that's the main reasons.
But you do push out YouTube videos and such.
I
And
do,
yo,
yes.
for you guys that haven't seen it yet, go watch Neymar's joining Bravado's video. They can find that where, Neymar?
On my YouTube channel,
YouTube channel's name is just Neymar.
just search Naysway.
Naysway. There we go. Search it on
NEY.
YouTube. Go check out. It has about how much views now?
Like 5,000, I think.
5K views. 4.6K, 5K views. So that's
Yep.
great to see. If you guys haven't yet checked that, please go do so. Now that we, I don't know where to start this, but in this week we had a blow up on social media about a few stuff that went down, and people jumping in, and it just went crazy from the point. And what basically it was Rise, Energy Rise, Ian Rise, tweeted out that he's no longer going to be trioing with Jesse and Tristan, or Zozu and Bean, and then it just escalated from there with everyone's comments. And I just want to, the reason I want to bring this up is to put everyone straight that there isn't any beef between Rise, Jesse, and Tristan. It is just on what everyone basically just jumped into and made everything 10 times worse than it actually is. And I don't even know some of the guys that commented there. But yeah, just to give clarification, that Zozu, I don't know how you see it, but people just jumped in when they shouldn't have been.
Yeah, I definitely want to say off the bat, like still will never have hate for Ross. Like I've always cared about him. I've always loved him as a friend and a player, and it was just a difference of opinion. We just wanted to go our separate ways. There was still no beef between Ross and I at all. I think my outburst, like it came mostly from like repetitive stuff that I'd heard, backstage.
Through the grapevine.
Sometimes, it just happens. You hear a lot of stuff kind of continuously for quite a while, and I think it just got to a point where I just exploded. I just,
yeah.
I
Sometimes
don't think
you have enough, and then
it's never right to make stuff like that public. I still will stand by that, and I admit that I'm wrong for that. But I just feel like sometimes people, they will always look for a reason to somehow bring you down. Like, you could be as transparent as you can, and I can try and be the best person that I can, and not everyone's gonna like that. Not everyone's gonna like me, and I just had to come to that realization. So, but there's nothing more to it, really.
Yeah, no, and I actually want to give a shout out to Riots, but just for his second part of his actions. He was one of the guys that commentated, and it went overboard, but he then realized, okay, listen here, I made a mistake, and he apologizes on social media, even to the tweet of, I think it was Ponies, saying, sorry, I'm wrong, you're right, I will leave it here. And sometimes you need to be that guy. You need to say, okay, yo, I was in the wrong, I'm sorry, and move forward from that. Because I can tell you now, if he didn't say anything and he left it there, everyone would have still had bad blood, and they don't know where they would have stand. So again, to Riots, thanks for that, for being that person and saying what you needed to say. Then finish with that bullshit. It's past us. Now we had the beautiful Fortnite update, and this is where the controller players will come in, Kareem and Neymar. Tell us, oh dear Lord, what is happening with L2? If for the people that haven't seen the new L2, please explain us to us, Kareem, and then Neymar, how is this gonna benefit controller players or not even benefit them? But Kareem, how's things changed?
Okay, this time I really feel like Neymar should go, but the lock-on thing with L2 is not non-existent, but it doesn't work as well as it used to with the old settings. And then with the new settings, you it doesn't work. And like on the new settings, tracking's like amazing. So, well, amazing aimbot. I don't know. I still haven't found like a comfortable thing to use, comfortable settings to use.
Yeah.
So I'm sticking with the old ones for now. But hopefully in the future I'll switch to the tracking aimbot and it'll be amazing.
Neymar, is this now where everyone from the controller, from the mouse and keyboard players, go to controller or what?
I think personally, the update will affect shotgun aiming because I know I used to do it. I'm sure Kareem used to do it as well. With shotguns, if someone just came to your box, you would edit out a window or something and just L2 and to lock onto his head. Like being
Yeah.
completely honest, it would do that. But now I feel like the tracking is crazy. I had one game today in the tournament with the infantry. I hit every shot, like
Yeah.
tracking wise, not even L2ing. Like
Mm.
it's insane in that part. But I feel like my playstyle has changed a bit because of the L2 shotgun thing.
Yeah.
It's not like how it was. So if I miss a shot, it can cost me. So I don't doubly care as much as you can say.
Well, I don't know. Obviously, I'm the old bully here, so you guys need to inform me, and for all the other old bullies, is with all these things that you can now in settings you can tweak here and tweak there. Some of these words I don't even understand what they're telling me, what I'm adjusting. But there is a way, right, to go to the old settings.
Yes, there is a way.
And
Uh,
is it what's that setting called?
Legacy look.
yeah, use legacy look controls. It's either turn on or off. I think it's the third last setting if I'm correct.
But if you turn that off, does it? You still have the same patch as the L2 with the not spamming of the L2.
You have
Well,
the same patch,
yeah.
but it's a bit different. But I feel like if you're a competitive controller player, you should just adapt to it. I don't think it's a very big change that can bring us down or
Yeah. Now for you, mouse and keyboard players like Tristan and Jesse, how much does this piss you off that controllers are starting to get really annoying now?
I mean, for me personally, it doesn't bother me at all. I understand that Fortnite are trying to do something that no other game has really ever tried or gotten right. So, I mean, I'm just gonna roll with it, let it happen how it happens. I really am. I'm not here to fight aim assist or changes on controller or anything like that.
Same, I agree. It's been in the game for donkey years.
I mean, you have to get used to it. Like if you want to play Fortnite and you want to play a cross-platform game, you just have to get used to it.
Yeah.
So if you're making a team, yeah, you're making sure you have some controller players on your team.
Yeah, the best of the best.
Yeah, exactly. And I think that's what you guys maybe have now is Kareem and Neymar, two of the players that I think is incredible with controllers. I still don't know how they build that quick, but somewhere they're hacking that we can't see. But we'll leave that so I can see myself at LAN one day. Then to the tournament organizers, that is Mega Gaming, and I'm not even going to mention all of them, but all the tournament organizers. For you guys now, for Bravado, or how do you guys feel about the tournaments that has to come? What do you guys think we should focus on? Because we have 2 solo tournaments next week that we'll speak about a bit later on. But squads obviously is now announced. Do you think we should maybe concentrate a bit more on squads, or still stay on solos?
I think solo squads would be awesome. I think once the new season comes out, squads and solo practice would be awesome. You switch it up once a week. You do solo squads, not solo squads, sorry, solos and then squads, and then you just keep mixing it up.
Yeah, I don't think there's any use in like practicing all-out squads now if it's not even like there's no arena mode for it, so those moving zones are weird and like Fortnite haven't even taken it serious yet, so we shouldn't jump the gun just yet. I don't
but like I think we're still gonna get more solo Tonys. We're not gonna get a squad land. We might, but I think focus for solos. But squads is important.
Do you guys think that squad LAN is maybe gonna be like written off from tournament organizers, or do you think it
I think
can
it'll
maybe
be very
happen?
hard
It
to-
could
I think
happen
it'll be
where
very
they
hard.
like allow 2 people to be at the LAN, but I don't think 4 people will come to the LAN. But you never
Yeah.
know. You really don't know.
So I would think the vibe that you're gonna get at a squad LAN is gonna be incredibly awesome.
It would be
Like
pretty sick. Yeah.
I can just imagine. I would listen here. If I was in Joburg and I could be at Maverick every single time there's a tournament, I would be, because dude, squads is it's just better to play with a teammate. If you're playing duos, at least one is at home. You're not getting the same vibe. But if everyone's there, or at least 2 people's there, then it is at least nice to compete. But do you guys at all think there is a chance for duos and trios being a thing again?
Yeah, 100%, bro. It just depends on the direction Fortnite want to go into. I feel like they tested trios, now they're testing squads, and then I'm sure they'll just look at the options and see which is the most competitive, which is the least RNG.
Yeah, but how long must this testing go on? Because they're screwing teams around. That's what I'm thinking.
They're
Even
on
the
squads now, so it's probably the last.
I think they're just going to see, I think, what the community and like what the viewers of all the tournaments and stuff enjoyed more, or whatever that was. I think like duos and trios, I don't know, squads for me is a little bit hectic, but I like duos or trios, and then obviously solos. I think solos should stay in.
Yeah, I think solos will always be a thing. But you can just imagine for yourself, you now picked up a 4-man squad, and they switching back to trio. You're going to have to say to the one guy, hey, I'm sorry, cheers. And as I say that, I see the ridiculous comment from Omizi saying 50v50 is next. So it's going to be the whole ZA community, the whole ZA community against the EU community.
I mean, it's like Battlefield.
No, please, dear Lord, no.
Imagine.
No.
Oh,
But listen
God,
here, now, for everyone, if you're getting hutful of Fortnite, come please buy the new Call of Duty, okay? Because
This is a Fortcast, Dallas.
This no, but who's hosting it? Me. Okay, I just wanted to know. All right, but if you guys are tired of Fortnite, come play some Call of Duty just for a bit, 10 minutes, and go back and play Fortnite. Okay, I bet you won't rage as much. At least you don't have to build. Okay, at least you don't have to build. At least I can play then. But then we're gonna go along, and here comes the community questions. That I've asked the community to ask a few questions for us, and I didn't pick everyone. I only picked a couple that I think is perfect for the Fortcast. Some of them is really on the toxic side, of the extreme toxic side. But first question then comes from Travis. His question is opinion on Hachi quitting competitive. For me, it's a complete surprise. I did not expect it. Actually, coming from the Call of Duty side of things, obviously very competitive. Switch to Fortnite. It's a competitive game. Were you guys shocked? Kareem, Neymar, Jesse, Tristan, were you guys shocked at this statement of his?
I think he was going through a lot of stuff in his life at the moment. He's been doing a lot of physical labor for 80k. And I think it's been really hard. And he has been finding like time to play competitive game with his team. I think it's just what I've heard over his streams. I don't know what's going on in his life, but I hope he finds what his path in life with what he wants to do. If it's not competitive gaming, if it's content creating, or if it's moving computers around, it's entirely up to him.
Yeah, I couldn't. I can just imagine it not being an easy decision. Just thinking that they just had. Trogons moved from Energy Esports to 80k to fill that trio slot that Hutch, Riot, and Trogons would have been. That is now not a thing. So it throws a lot of things dear mekaar in Afrikaans, I would say. But it can't be an easy decision. And now that he's decided this, all the best for his future in the content creation. He did tweet about it like a couple of months ago. That he's a content creator, not a competitive player. So now he's living that tweet out. But then the next question of the community questions is from, I don't know how they say that. They say Clef, saying tips on using different mats at different times. And this is a question I always wanted to know, is when to switch to certain materials at what stage of the game?
Neymar, dude, Neymar and Kareem should answer these two.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Neymar this time
talk?
because like I feel like he's not. Yeah, I think he's playing
Yeah.
creative or something.
It's cranky 90s in the background.
I use metal in creative. That's my one.
Mm-hmm.
But I feel like for me personally, I feel like I use wood not at the end, but wood is my last like material I would use, right? So I would start off with brick, and then moving zones is usually metal, just in
Yeah.
case someone sprays me or whatnot, etc. Just for me, wood is the last material I would use, but it's different for everyone. I like to keep mine even, maybe, but good positioning, I would obviously use brick, metal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
if you want height and you building that sort of a sky-based type of thing, just to keep height on everyone, is it then better to build out of metal or
the
what do you
strongest
go?
material you have. Because if that's your like main structure for you taking high
Staying up.
ground,
But it is
the
true that
strongest
the wood builds quicker or it finishes
Yep.
quicker than the others.
part.
Yeah.
it's
Okay,
true.
so-
I feel like if you build fighting, like mid game, let's say if you do, wood is what I would use, you can say. Sometimes, for example, I would take note of it. Let's say I'm bullfighting someone, for example, and he's using brick. I won't use my brick just because he's using brick, because I know if I kill him at the end, he won't have brick left
Yeah.
to get
So-
mats from him.
Yeah. So basically, if you top, you're using metal.
Yeah, but like it's situational. The more you play the game, the more you play scrims, the more you'll realize what materials to use at which times. But some South Africans still need to learn that.
So if you're hearing a rocket launcher above you, you just spamming wood.
No,
Correct?
you're gonna stop holding metal.
But metal takes longer, doesn't it?
Yeah, but once it's fully built, it requires 2 rockets to break. No, I don't know.
Okay, you
it's
see, but there, you
situational,
see,
as I
but
said, yeah.
there comes in the mechanical side of everything that needs to go in. What you need to learn from building and what at the end game, mid game, or at the start of the game. Then our following question number 3 from Scully says, "Do you think we will be seeing Duo Arena return in the near future?" And Kareem, I think you did say that it's a possibility of it coming back. I think just Scully is missing Neymar, basically. That's why he's saying this. But Neymar, you done with Scully? It's like an X, isn't it? Tell me what's
No,
going on.
not at all. Not at all. I wish Tears would come back. Like, if Tears would come back, I would be so happy. I love Scully to death. But with squads, we'll see what happens. For now, we're busy trying out. But if we don't end up playing together, it's fine. I still love him. But yeah, that's how it is. I just wish Tears would come back, just like how you said.
Yeah, no, I don't know. Please just not trios. If duos is a thing, yeah, we can cope with that. Because at least if you have a 4-man squad, they can split 2-2 if that is the case. But if it goes to trios, the shame. The one guy is going to have to get the boot, and it's never nice to say that kind of things. I see. Oh, Caramel Gamer has joined us. What is up? I see you in the chat. He's saying, "Gents, quick question: Bravado 80k, all the SA orgs are comp players. Whoa, is comp players the only signed, or do content creators get signed too?" I actually get this question a lot. Content creators coming to me saying, "Listen, here's the opportunity for them to join Energy Esports." And at this stage, I don't think South Africa is at that stage where content creators is viable, because all of them is so focused on competitive gaming and placing. But with hand in hand going from competitive to streaming or content creation is some orgs expect players to maybe push out a video once a month or a stream, but that from a competitive player. So I think competitive player comes first, and then the content creation comes after. What do you say, Zozu?
I think it depends. I do 100% agree with you, though, that I don't think our scene is there just yet for content creators, but it's definitely getting there, I think, as things are growing. And a lot more people are starting to stream and starting to open up YouTube channels and produce content and stuff. So I do think it's it's definitely getting better in SA for sure.
Indeed,
So-
so. I'm reading it from Giddy saying, use your words. What words? Okay. I don't know what he's.
Because you were bottling the reading.
Oh,
My
was
headset keeps
all
coming
right.
out.
Thanks, Kareem. Look, listen here. If I'm a boertjie, okay.
Okay,
If you want to make this an Afrikaans podcast, okay, ons gaan nou net Afrikaans praat. So die
Let's get
volgende vraag.
Savage Fruit Loop in
Die
here right now.
volgende vraag is vir Kareem. Kareem, hoe voel dit om die slegste speler in Fortnite te wees?
I don't know, bro.
Good luck,
I
dude.
just
I
feel like,
have no idea what he said.
you know, Stompy and
No, it's okay. We'll leave it there. We don't go any further. Question number 4 then from Giddy saying is, who is the cutest player in Fortnite ZA?
Okay.
I've got mine already, and I just think
got
it's.
Nate.
Oh,
I should have Nate.
That's a good one.
I
Darius. It
said
has to be
Nate.
Darius, bro. Darius.
Nate.
Darius.
Nate.
110%.
No, actually, maybe Nate, eh?
That's
Yeah,
Darius.
he's
Nate.
adorable.
Nate is adorable, dude.
No, his laugh.
And he's a beast.
His laugh gives me a 6-pack. It's the only reason I'm in that chat, because I laugh myself into a 6-pack. You know how difficult that is for me, but we'll leave it there. Then the great side of things is last episode we introduced who tweeted that, and in this episode we're gonna keep going with that. So this is the Bravado edition of who tweeted that. Let's see if these guys know their teammates. And some of these tweets go long back, very far back. Let's get the first one. The first one is from someone in this call saying, "Aight, boys, it's official. I'm switching to mobile." Who was that? "Aight, boys, it's official. I'm switching to mobile." Okay, 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it was Kareem.
My shit's upside down.
That had to be Kareem.
Oh, my
It's
shit's upside
Kareem.
down.
All right, Neymar, just put your message a bit
look upside
closer.
down, B.
Yeah.
Don't worry. It looks fine.
You don't
for
have to
us.
worry about being upside down. It looks fine on my
Yeah,
side.
It looks weird on your camera.
Yeah. All right,
That's
next
fine.
question is funny thing is, it's not funny. This game will die if they don't remove mechs.
Bean.
Wait, do we have to wait? Is there a countdown?
Yeah, no, go.
Bean, didn't you tweet that? Oh god, I might have tweeted it. It sounds like a Bean
Yeah,
thing to say,
Neymar,
though.
I still
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
see what you said.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was Neymar.
Oh,
it was Neymar.
Neymar.
Yeah.
Neymar, you don't complain about Fortnite. What? No.
I've never seen Neymar tweet anything.
I think it was a reply to a tweet. I don't know.
Oh, the whole stream's got it wrong. Everyone's saying Bean, it's Bean.
Yeah, I see
All
that.
of you guys are wrong. Okay, right. The next one is, I swear our community is like RNG in Fortnite. It's 50-50 what side they're on. Who tweeted that? If you think you
I
tweeted
wish I
that, don't
tweeted that.
put your name up straight away. But 3, 2,
If I
1.
wish I tweeted that, can I put it up?
Yeah. It was Bean. So everyone getting Bean this time. Nate is wrong. Nate said Kareem.
Oh, I thought it was me, bro.
I thought it was Zozu, bro.
Chief thanks, though.
Okay.
What the hell?
Next question.
It's true.
I'm L dancing on every single person I kill from now on. I'm L dancing on every single person that I see from now on. Nay. Bean says nay. Neymar says Zozu. It is Zozu. Zozu, dude. Zozu.
To be fair, I've been outdanced
I'm
like
so
10
bad
times
at
in
this
one day.
game,
I was done.
Oh my word. Okay, next question. One player that I think has a lot of potential and promise is Travis the bot. Except he still hasn't learned to not overpeak me. Who said that?
I know exactly.
One player that I think has a lot of potential and promise is Travis the bot. Neymar says Bean. Zozu. Jesse says Zozu. Kareem.
I say Bean.
Okay, no, it's Zozu.
What?
Again,
Come on, boy.
Kareem,
Travis
yo,
to
do you
this
even
day
know
hasn't
your
learned that
teammates?
lesson, dude.
Dude, I'm a trash can, dude, honestly.
Do you even know your teammates? Okay.
I only got my tweet.
All right, next question. Tough decisions on my head, and people who
Oh,
I consider
God.
for help won't even stop to be a friend. Tough decision on my head, and people who I consider friends.
I don't even know.
It was Kareem. Kareem, at least you're getting your own one right.
What? Wait, really?
Yeah.
I should be South African Tupac.
Damn, that was pretty deep.
Oh
I'm
no.
not gonna lie.
Alright, next one. Got W keyed in custom. Now I'm mad. Can't wait to ruin this guy's tourney.
Oh my God, dude.
It was Kareem.
I
Bean
know.
says,
I
Bean
remember
says
that. I
himself.
remember that tournament. That was at a LAN. I remember that.
Dude, it was fucking class now, bro.
What?
No way, dude.
Oh my God, that was so funny.
Alright. Anyone know a place for good cook sisters in Johannesburg?
What the fuck?
And, anyone know a good
No,
good
man.
place for cook sisters in Johannesburg?
No, man.
Dude,
That has
this
to
is,
be Kareem, right?
this is just going.
Yeah, it's
I,
Kareem.
I said cool sisters, dude.
Kareem.
Oh no, dude. Okay, good to know. 2019 started off with enough Twitter drama. I think everyone should just keep quiet and keep grinding at the end of the day. That's all
Go on,
that
stand
will
by.
matter,
Whoever
regardless
said that is
of anyone's
genius,
arguments.
bro. Who the hell said that, dude? He should get
Bro,
an
I'm
award.
guessing
man.
out here, dude.
That guy should be fucking elected for
Yeah, it
something.
was Zozu. Everyone got it right, but
Oh.
Kareem again. Yo, Kareem. Like, dude,
Dude, this is so bad, dude.
are you even in Bravado?
I have a badge. I have a badge.
It's the Arsenal shirt, I'm telling you. Alright, next one. All I want for my birthday this year is G Fuel in South Africa. All I want for my birthday is G Fuel in South Africa. It was Zozu. It was
Dude.
Zozu.
Yeah, come on, dude. What? Yo, just because you saw mine, you thought it was me, huh? Yeah. Yeah, good play, boy. That's true, though.
Apex Legends
would be
is
nice.
actually insane. Apex Legends is actually insane.
Bro, this is so difficult.
That is
Chat.
not.
Chad, who do you think said Apex Legends is actually insane? Neymar, say Kareem. Kareem, who are you saying?
Yeah.
I say bean, bro.
Nope, it is Zozu.
I give up, dude. I'm never getting one that isn't mine.
You
bro.
really don't. Okay,
No, that's it.
I'm gonna
Yo,
end off-
I stood by it. It was cool for a while, and then I did nothing with it. And I was
I'm
like,
gonna end
well,
off with this.
there goes
Okay,
that game.
someone's name means this: a crazy, fun-loving person likes living every day to the full. Not always mature, but can be when needed. Always there for you whenever you need a friend. Guaranteed to make you smile. Who is that of?
Wait.
That is
wait.
Bean.
Yes!
At least
I'm the best at this
that
game.
is
dude.
what
do you
Bean
mean?
means.
Damn.
That at least Kareem, at least you got one, okay? Not too
Yes.
Damn, I actually thought that was gonna be cool.
Thanks, Kareem.
bad. Not
It's a pass, man.
not too shabby. All right. Now to to everyone in the stream, please don't leave yet. We still have a lot to cover. We have the storm search that we're gonna go into now. Then we have the future tournaments for the week to come, and then we have a very nice announcement to make on stream that you guys obviously would love to hear of. But first thing is first, we're getting into the storm search questions, and here we go. The lineup will go then: Tristan, Jesse, Kareem, and Adam. The first question is: name one player in the community who has a bright future in gaming. Zozu?
Sure.
Not in Bravado.
Not in Bravado.
Not King.
Pop cool.
Definitely Nate.
I'm gonna have to go with my teammate Scully. But if not, because obviously Scully's a swimmer, I'd go with Nate.
All right. I think with Nate, his grinding hours is just insane, and I think he changed Kareem's hours already for him, since they've been playing together.
Dude.
Then we have question number 2: build the perfect squad around this one person. Okay, the person is Psycho. Build a perfect squad around Psycho.
Go, Tristan.
Wait, do I have to add all like 3 other players? Or
All 3.
Maybe
It
Nate?
doesn't matter what the other people's opinions are.
No.
Like, either have to be.
Yeah.
No. All
Okay,
your
actually, I'll
opinion.
start with Scully. Probably Scully, Keaton, and probably Bean. I think they would play well together.
All right, Bean, you.
I think it'll be Rice, Trogons, and Neymar.
Damn, that's actually a good team. That Kareem.
Probably Guac, Keaton, Scully.
Neymar.
Psycho. I'm saying it for the boys. Psycho, Shadawi, Cade, and Omizi.
Damn, the boys. The boys.
Yeah.
I see in the chat saying Psycho, Rise, Chadawi, and Neymar. Say Strogons. Omizi says Psycho, Neymar, and any other bots. Any other bots. All right, question number 3 is, who's the loudest person in a Discord call? Who's the loudest?
Travis.
Jesse?
I love him, but he is.
Love him.
Nate. I 100% agree with that too. Neymar?
Hello, Bob.
Travis.
Oh yeah, we get the family in again. Yes, episode number 2. Family is in. When are we gonna
They made it 2 for 2.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
2 for 2.
That's bog.
Okay, question number 4 is, name one player that's a free half pot.
I'm waiting for Tristan.
Yeah.
Kareem. I mean, I've killed him so many times. It's just so easy.
I don't think you've
Yeah.
ever.
What? Kareem.
All right, Jesse.
Dog Archer.
Hey, Kareem.
That's so mean.
Dodd.
Todd. Adam.
That's pretty good, actually.
Kizia.
Oh, Kismet's gonna love that. I can just imagine him. You joining back later on, and you're like, "Why did you say this?" All right.
Yeah.
Question number 5 is, if you could have one item come back into Fortnite, what would that item be?
Flintlock.
Flintlock. Knock. Sorry.
Flintlock, yeah, whatever you call it.
Tristan?
Like a pistol.
Combat shotgun.
Oh,
Shadow
yes.
Worms.
Yes, please.
It was an easy gun, but like, dude, it was just awesome.
Kareem?
It was the
Dude,
best
Shadow
gun.
Bombs.
Shadow bombs.
Shadow bombs are a good one too.
Nate says shadow bombs as well. In the Travis says the plane. Obviously, Travis would say the plane. Neymar.
Plane was pretty fun.
The plane was lit, fam.
Yeah, I enjoyed the plane.
For me, gold pump or either combat.
Ooh,
One of the
maybe
shotguns.
combat would be nice, actually.
Oh, the rift. A lot of people saying the rift.
The rift to go. Yeah,
yeah,
that was
I think
nice.
the rift
They made
to go.
in-games hella chaotic. I think shadows would be. Shadows are
Bulls. Tino ZA saying the bulls.
Yeah, if I could bring
The
the balls.
bulls.
back,
I also would
actually.
love the
Sword,
bulls.
dude. We need the
Yeah, why
sword,
not,
dude.
dude?
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, why not? And the
Mhm.
mechs.
All right.
Bring them back.
Imagine a guy with a sword versing a guy with a mech.
We had this discussion or this question the previous podcast with 80k, but I've changed the names around this time. Rank the following players from best to worst. Okay, you have Hyping, Psycho, Scully, Trash Panda.
That's hard. Scully first, then Travis. Or actually, yeah, Scully, Travis.
Was Travis one of the names?
Travis isn't one of the Hyping.
Oh, I thought you said who was the last one?
Hyping, Psycho, Scully, Trash Panda.
Trash Panda. So probably Scully, Trash Panda. I haven't seen Hyping play at all. Who was the last one?
Psycho.
Psycho. Then Psycho.
So Scully 1,
Scully,
Trash Panda
Psycho,
2.
Trash Panda,
Okay.
then Hyping, because I've never
Okay.
seen Hyping.
Scully, Psycho, Trash Panda, Hyping.
Okay. Kareem.
I've never seen Hyping play, so
Yeah. Well, that's
Scully,
awesome.
Psycho, Trash Panda, Hyping.
And the same for you, Neymar. Or were you changing it up?
Same for me, Scully.
All right. With
Psycho, Trash Panda. I don't know. I feel like Panda needs to prove himself though.
yeah, we can see
Scully,
Travis.
Psycho, Panda, and then Hyping.
Travis also saying yes, Scully, Panda, Psycho, Hyping. Then Clink saying Scully, Psycho, Trash, Panda, Hyping. Omizi also Scully, Psycho, Trash, Panda, Hyping. Okay, so I think everyone agrees on the same kind of order. Then question 7 out of 10 is if you could take Jesse Bean, on a date, where would you take Bean to?
I'll take him to the beach, dude. I know he likes long romantic walks.
Aww.
Take him on a nice long romantic walk.
Kareem, where would you
Buenas
take him?
Wine and shit.
I take him to ATK so he can play Fortnite on looping.
What a nice
Low
guy.
upping.
What a nice
Low.
guy. Name
And then we
Neymar.
can go get Hudson's after.
That's cool.
Name on you.
I was literally gonna say the same thing, not to ATK though, to Maverick, so he can play on good ping. Because I feel like, and I'm not even supposed to be going into detail, but I feel like since Beanie's on the farm, he's held back a lot just
Yeah.
because of his ping.
Yeah.
Like he's proven it when he's at Rise's house or when he was here in Joburg. He's placed in every single tourney.
We can see Ape Man saying he'll take him to KFC.
Nice.
Mars says he'll take you to a strip club. As long as I come with, then we'll fine. Then we'll fine. I'll be the one on the poll. Dieval Black saying McD's. And then, if you're asking me where I would take Ben, I wouldn't take him anywhere. I would take him to my porch outside my house, because that's where you basically spend 6 hours of the one night being at
I
my
remember
house.
that.
And
That was good.
I'd never forget that. I was literally sleeping, and here's Bean still on the porch 6 hours later, having meaningful conversations with Keres, that plays Call of Duty. Then, who is the one guy in the community that you would not like to box fight?
Daily.
Tristan? Who wouldn't you like to box fight? Who's the best box fighter?
Honestly, Neymar is the slipperiest player I've ever box fighted in my life. Like, I've never had a player
Box
like
fight.
dip
Oh,
on
yeah.
me when I steal his wall so fast in my life.
Fight in general. Sure.
So for sure.
I think either Scully, Travis, or Neymar. One of those three.
Bro, woke, fresh. Who else is from Cape Town? Yeah.
All the Cape Town. Nah, what?
They literally just take you all, fam.
I think Trogons maybe falls into
Links, bro.
Yeah,
Oh my
Link's
God.
Links.
a good box.
Maybe Trogons falls into to that category maybe as well. Neymar, you?
I don't know, Keaton took my wall first try every time. Cheating, yo. I'm not lying.
Yeah, that happens, fam.
All right, and maybe hand on hand with that question. Question number 9. Second last question is, name the best creative warrior. Who's the best creative warrior in our
What's his
community?
name?
That
Hades.
Hazard.
Hades.
Well,
We'll go
Jesse
with
says
Hades.
Hazard. Tristan says
Hazard.
Hades.
Woke.
Okay. Kareem says Woke. And Neymar?
I really don't know, being completely honest.
Do you want to say yourself? You can't say
Say
yourself.
yourself, Neymar,
You
it's
can't
fine.
say
Not even,
yourself.
not even myself.
Everybody will understand.
Yo,
Everyone will understand.
I don't know, eh? Costa. He's in EU, boys. Costa.
True.
Costa, the man. All right, then last question of the Storm Search questions is, who is the best mechanical player in Fortnite ZA? Who's the best mechanical player?
That's the hard one.
Yeah, I think it depends on what, because I think all around I'm going to go with Bean. I mean, the man's been training every aspect of Fortnite all the time since the start out of everybody else. Like, and he's been the most consistent in everything: building, aiming, mechanics, positioning, placements, all that. So it's
Yeah. Jesse and you?
I was gonna say Scully or Rice.
good. And Scully's only been on keyboard and mouse.
Rice
for
is
very limited time.
Rice.
Nice.
He knows how to play the game. He's got a lot of time in the game, and
Yeah.
he makes a lot of small choices. Like he's been placing well at lands and online tournaments.
Yeah, he's been
He plays
taking
well.
all 80k's money this past week at Rage and Comic Con.
Bro, it's so tough though because there's like so many goated mechanical players. But like,
Yeah,
if
yeah.
Nate Kovacs is literally every day for the next week, he'll be best by far.
I feel like a very good bromance might be happening here between Kareem and Nate. Neymar.
Scully for me, and I'm not sure if you guys remember Void, but Void was really, really good as well, I think.
Void. The
He left
void.
quite quickly.
Yeah, he left quickly. He went to the bar.
You guys seeing the chat right now?
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat. I don't know, Jesse. Maybe it's his pronunciation of rise and not rice.
Rise.
'cause-
Rise.
And well, this one guy says,
Ross.
Neymar, please look at your DMs before I lose my mind, because he keeps
Listen,
asking.
I saw the DMs already. So seriously.
Oh, Meezy
man.
saying bravado_Nate question mark. Ooh, we never
Question
know.
mark?
We never know. But now we're gonna come to the second last thing quickly, is the tournaments for the week to come. So in this week, next week, that is obviously Monday going through to Sunday. Then we have on the 5th, as I brought it up there on the screen for you guys, on the 5th of October, we have Mega Gaming's 10,000 bucks solo tournament. Make sure to sign up for that one. You can see the Twitter handle right there on your screen, at Mega Gaming ZA. You can pop in there, sign up, get your ticket, and get ready to get into that one the 5th of October. Then the second one there is the guy, hosted by Clouds and powered by SAFT on the 6th of October, so the day after of Mega Gaming. It's another solo tournament, so a prize pool of 10k there as well. And you guys can get all the info you need by just contacting the number that you see on your screen. And you can even DM Clouds. I'm sure he can help you out. But I think now it's time for everyone to see what has been cooking. And I appreciate everyone being here. We have 90 viewers, and I want to formally announce that we have, or Energy Esports is not looking for any more players. Energy Esports is currently occupied and it's full, so please don't DM or whatever. If by any means, if you're still placing first half freaking time, I'll be there keeping an eye on you. But it's my huge pleasure to announce that Fresh and Storm has joined Energy Esports from this day. So welcome to Fresh and Storm for joining Energy Esports. Two of the guys that I am extremely happy to have them aboard. They probably the two players that gel so well together, and with that too, Energy Esports will have a full squad playing in squads. Obviously, that being Storm, Fresh, Notking, and Rise, a full team that will be playing squads. But yet again, to Fresh and Storm, welcome to Energy Esports. I freaking love you guys, and I definitely see a huge future with you. And that is basically it, ladies and gentlemen. I appreciate every single person being here. And Kareem, I know you've tweeted me, you phoned me. If you don't get Storm, there's something wrong with you. You better pick up Storm. But I've listened. Okay, I've listened. The other boss, the big boss, has listened. And I think it's the perfect fit to have EN Fresh and EN Storm join the Energy Esports fam. I see the chat saying congrats. But to them, they waited 2 weeks to say 0 to anyone. And I know that's difficult, especially to Fresh, because Fresh loves spreading.
Grind to get signed.
But that grind to get signed has now turned into I grinded and I got signed. So yeah, that just happened. And
we seeing
again,
you compete in the future.
Yeah, guys. I know the BVD and the EN competition is going to be wild, because as we have seen, EN and BVD now has two full squads that they're competing in. And another thing that I didn't really touch on is Kareem not being included in that 4 squad man thing, but that was just his decision on finding a not a better, I'd say, but in his opinion, he's doing his own thing with the squad.
Yeah,
he's recruiting at the moment.
Better.
Exactly
Yeah,
that. So there's nothing much to it. The BVD squad is set. The EN squad is set. 80k is going to be set soon, I can imagine. And it's going to be great to have the full squads taking head to head against each other. But again, to Tristan, Jesse, Kareem, Adam, you guys, thank you very much for joining the Fortcast again. Neymar, for your first time. I love having you on. And again, to you, congratulations for joining Bravado Gaming. And I hope you have lovely days full of avos, but with salt and pepper, please. Other than that, again, thank you everyone for joining in. And I actually want to do this because I haven't done it before. And that is actually raid someone. And I don't know who is online. Sam Plays is online. Okay, we'll do him. Any one else you suggest?
Suspect Zero.
Is he
No,
live?
Sam's playing Fortnite.
Yeah, Sam's playing the Batman Arkham Elysium.
Okay, who's streaming Fortnite?
Someone on YouTube, Luka Rakic.
You can host one of my EU friends.
No, Luka
No, make it
Rakic,
South
YouTube.
Africans.
Yeah, well, I need Twitch. I can't raid from you to
Kareem,
YouTube.
put on your stream quickly.
Dude,
That's okay.
really
I'll do
would
Sam
see
Plays.
you,
I'll
but
do
I'm
Sam
bad
Plays.
at it.
Everyone go say hello to Sam Plays. He does play Fortnite here and there, but he is also a streamer, a local South African streamer. So everyone just go say hello to him. And again, thank you for every single person that has joined into the stream. Check you guys in the next episode. Next episode will be not next weekend Sunday, the weekend after. And that will be with the Cos Clan. The Cos Clan will be joining us for that episode. Keep your eyes on social media. It's not 100% confirmed, but we're trying to pull the strings to get the Cos Clan up and going for the next Fortcast. So check you guys then. And again, to the guys from Bravado, thank you very much. And check you guys next time.
Cheers, man. Cool.
Thank you, Dallas. Thank you, guys.